Where's my host, Cliff? I don't know. Let me put the mic forward so you can hear me better. And then we boot up our laptop so we can see the chat room. And we pray that the battery got charged. It did not. That's why we have a backup of an iPad. How are you guys doing today? On TheOneRing.net, Torn Tuesday. Cliff will be here momentarily. He's reading comics downstairs. But you know how Cliff is. Never too hasty. If you're just joining us, we're live at TheOneRing.net/live. We chat on IRC, pulling up Colloquy, which is a great free app. Let's see if anybody's in the chat room. Azog the Defiler's in the chat room. Hello, how are you? Who else is in the chat room? You're on a different computer, so random person. Tim Dolph. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking, everybody. We're gonna have a shorter show than normal. Usually we do 90 minutes, but today is an exciting day at Meltdown. You saw us last week with the Justin Willman rehearsals downstairs. Yeah, well, we've got a new show today. It's a special charity benefit that will be streamed on YouTube right after the show. So we got to cut out just before 6, so I can run downstairs, get everything set up, and then do that thing. So welcome everybody. We're live, Teteris, as we always are, every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Pacific. Everybody's here except my co-host. It's crazy. There are people running in and out all over the place. But I guess I'll host with ET. So we've got it. Let me show you what was going on this week. Check this out. Bard the Bowman, aka Dracula, was number 1 or 2 at the box office, something like that. He was doing great. Weta Workshop did all of the dragon armor for Dracula Untold. So Weta was actually involved in the Dracula Untold movie, and that's why it looks so good. And no, we're used to it. The other exciting thing about Dracula is that it's the first movie of the Universal Cinematic Monsterverse.
Does that mean that they're going to be doing like Marvel Cinematic Universe and then Universal Monster Universe?
The Monsterverse.
The Monsterverse.
Yes.
Really?
It's the Universal Cinematic Monsterverse.
So that means they're going to be repackaging all the classic Universal.
You're welcome to join me on the show, Cliff.
I'm about to join you, but I've got something to do first.
Go ahead.
Boom, 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 boom. This is Halloween, this is Halloween. Pumpkins scream in the dead of night. This is Halloween, everybody make a scene. Trick or treat till the neighbor's gonna die of fright. It's our town, everybody knows. Everyone hail to the pumpkin song. Look what I've got. Nightmare Before Christmas merchandise at Meltdown. Isn't that cool?
That movie's so old.
But it's the best movie ever. Look, Zero. It's a little mechanical toy.
The allegedly all these Tim Burton films are in the same universe, and every Tim Burton claymation film is actually the story of this dog.
It's called stop motion.
Stop motion, go motion, whatever you want to call it. But this dog is a ghost in one, and then in the other one he's alive, and in the other one he's dead. And then
in another movie, he's undead and gets brought back to life by his loving master.
That's right. So this guy is actually in his own universe. But I'm really excited. I'm really excited that Universal Cinematic Monsterverse is a thing.
No,
like Dracula was the first. The Mummy is next. And they're
going to reboot The Mummy, but not the one we saw about 8 years ago?
They're rebooting every Universal character.
Okay, short list.
The Monsterverse.
Do the short list for Universal Monsters for those younglings who are, in their 20s, those millennials out there who are watching the show who do not know what the Universal Monsters are.
Well, one of them is right here to my right, your left.
Can you see that?
It's Frankenstein.
Good old Frankie.
Good old Frankie.
Good old Frankie. But to be accurate, he would be called Frankenstein's monster.
Not in the Universal.
No, Frankenstein.
In the MonsterVerse,
Frankenstein was the doctor who created the monster.
Yeah.
The monster had no name other than Frankenstein's monster.
In popular culture, he's known as Frankenstein.
Yes, but it's an actual misnomer. That's what I'm trying to say. It's fascinating to realize that Frankenstein was the doctor, Dr. Vincent Frankenstein, and the monster was his creation. Correct?
I'm still calling him Frankenstein. So there's Frankenstein.
There's Frankenstein.
There's Dracula.
The Bela Lugosi original Dracula, okay?
There's the Mummy.
The Mummy. There's the Invisible Man.
Invisible Man.
And there's the Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
That's your top 5.
Is the Phantom?
What, the comic book Phantom?
Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, the Phantom of the Opera. Does he count as a universal monster?
And what else? Wolfman?
The Wolfman. Oh,
Holy smokes.
How could we miss? Okay, so the top 3, especially if you go with your old Abbott and Costello films.
I really like Benicio del Toro.
I love Benicio del Toro, but I love the old Abbott and Costello films, especially Abbott and Costello meet the Wolfman.
Are you kidding right
Meet Frankenstein. Abbott and Costello meet Dracula. They were all Universal. They were all packaged together as Universal films.
Really?
Yeah. That's how we got that. So, Universal Monsters, which are now going to be rebooted, evidently, with Dracula Untold. Thank you, Luke Evans, our excellent actor from Wales.
I heard the contract was very lucrative. He's on
Are you kidding?
He's on at least 5 films.
That's awesome.
5 films.
Like
as Dracula.
Like Tony Stark, like the Robert Downey Jr. deal, where he ends up being in all these extra movies beyond just his own Iron Man movies.
So, Luke Evans, please come on our show.
Luke Evans, we love you. You're a brother. You're a fan. You're a friend.
We're fans.
And you're part of my community and part of our fan community. All the fans love you. They've loved you since working with Tarsem in that remarkable film, The Immortals. Before that British boy became our new Superman.
Oh, yeah.
He was in The Immortals opposite Luke Evans. Yes.
That's right.
So we've got, anyways, Universal Monsters include Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman. Those are the top 3. Next to that, second level, you probably have Invisible Man, Creature from the Black Lagoon, and a sprinkling of others. What do you think?
I think so.
Are they going to have a lot of luck with Dracula Untold?
UCM is the Universal Cinematic Monsterverse. MCU is the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh gosh, your hashtags are going to get so screwed up
I know.
now.
It's crazy.
I know.
So there's going to be level 1.
Yeah.
You know, let's get a bunch of money in the bank, and then there's going to be level 2. Let's set the stage for greatness.
The only reason why Marvel got as far as doing Ant-Man was because of the obscene amount of money that they've made on Avengers and other Iron Man films. Not to mention Thor, Captain America, the recent one, Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Top-selling Blu-ray of the year.
And The Hobbit's not out yet.
The Hobbit's not out yet, but so far it's off the scale. It's nuts.
You ready for me to blow your mind?
Blown.
Okay. Okay. The Hangover was made by Legendary Pictures.
Indeed, it was.
Right.
That's their big old cash cow.
Zach Galifianakis, all those guys, so much fun.
Yes.
Who also owns Nerdist.
Yes.
But when Legendary made that movie, they were at Warner Brothers. Now Legendary is at Universal.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Legendary's overseeing the MonsterVerse. So
theoretically, that's good.
Theoretically, just like you had Abbott and Costello meet the Wolfman, you could have the Hangover guys meet the Wolfman. Zach Galifianakis.
Oh gosh,
can you imagine?
That would be so cool. The Hangover guys in a new Hangover featuring Universal Monsters. Too funny. You're too
right?
Too
I can't wait for this. Marvel can't do this. At least they better not put any Star Wars in Marvel. But I'm saying you can't have crossover like you can in Universal. Like there's a lot of, can you imagine the dinosaurs of Jurassic Park meet Dracula?
Actually, yes, I could.
There's a lot that can happen.
I could.
With this thing.
Next week, I'm going to bring in a DVD. I'm going to show you a couple of bits from it. It's a really, really wonderful stop-motion classic from the 60s. It's called Mad Monster Party. Remember that?
Yes.
And it features all the Universal monsters, but not as they appear in Universal World, but it was a stop motion created by the wonderful, wonderful people at Rankin and Bass who did Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Why you like Rankin and Bass?
Because they did The Hobbit in the 70s, and that introduced me
it
to
gave
Tolkien.
me nightmares. My mom wouldn't let me watch that. It gave me nightmares.
I wouldn't be who I am today, and I would not be into Tolkien, and I would not be a writer or even a professionally interested in Tolkien if it wasn't for the Hobbit animated version that Rankin and Bass did. But anyways, back to the Mad Monster Party. Wait till you see the jokes in this movie. It features Frankenstein's monster, Phyllis Diller, the late Phyllis Diller, as the wife of the creature, and there's Invisible Man, and there's Dracula, and there's
I bet you
Wolfman.
that's how she's credited too.
So,
and Phyllis Diller as the wife.
The creature's wife. It's very funny, and I'll show you that next week.
I don't know. Next week, with late breaking news. You know what I just found out within the last hour?
What'd you find out?
Next Monday at midnight, at the stroke of midnight, the Desolation of Smaug extended edition will be available on iTunes.
Digital version only.
Yes.
Digital
and
version.
Ultraviolet, if you want to go that way, and
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
wow.
I'm going to be up all night. I'm going to be watching extended edition, and then we can talk about all the extended scenes. More Bjorn.
More
any Thrain.
Oh my gosh, Thrain.
Sleepy.
Do we have a reveal?
Sleepy Bomber.
Okay. Yes. Bomber falling into the enchanted stream.
What else? He explores more the tombs. Gandalf explores the tombs.
More of the tombs, and Thorin takes a shot at the White Stag in the heart of Mirkwood, which is a symbol of Thranduil.
Is this turning into Harry Potter?
No, but there's
Gandalf in the forest with a white stag.
With a Patronus.
I swear
with
I
a Patronus. Yes.
I saw that in Harry Potter.
No, it's true. It's true. There's going to be so much added into Desolation of Smaug. It might actually be redeemed as a fun, watchable film.
I think it's fun and watchable. I enjoyed the heck out of it. And
I did to a certain point.
And after the conversations we've had this last week, I am guaranteed to enjoy Battle of the Five Armies a lot more than you.
We'll see about that.
Speaking of...
we'll see about that.
Speaking of the Battle of the Five Armies, check this out.
Showing our new posters?
No, this is an exclusive new pick. Nobody has seen this before. We just posted a couple over the weekend. That's Bomber with a huge freaking horn.
Battle horn, the great battle horn.
And my question to Cliff was, is there a name for this horn? Because, like at Helm's Deep, it was like on the hammer hand or something like, I forget what the name of it was.
Okay, Hobbit fan says to check the camera. It keeps going black.
It's looking fine to me. It's your internet connection.
I hope we don't have a loose connection. Thank you for the heads up on that, my friends.
Yes.
Hello, Hobbit fan.
By the way, you can still call and text us 530-64-FRODO.
Frodo.
That's really our phone number. 530-64-FRODO.
530, number 6, number 4, Frodo.
Yeah.
You got that? Number 6, number 4, Frodo. F-R-O-D-O.
Did you? I grew up in a time when I'd watch Woody Woodpecker cartoons, and then they say, "Hey, call this 800 number, and you can talk to Woody." I kind of feel like Woody Woodpecker.
But we don't charge $3.95 a minute.
Dang, we should.
We should.
We would have a budget.
We'd be able to make our budget, yes, but we don't charge anything.
We wouldn't be in an attic.
You guys can call or text and be part of the Torn Hotline. This is a live show, a very, very interactive show. And especially if you get a chance, go to our launch page at TheOneRing.net/live. And you can join the chat right now. We're also on Ustream. If you're using the app or using the Ustream website, search for channel TheOneRing Net, and you'll find us. Welcome to the show.
Azog the Defiler in the chat room says, this is called the bomb horn.
The bomber horn.
Bomber horn?
You did send me that picture, didn't you?
It's pretty amazing.
It is?
Yeah.
There's a lot of amazing pictures you've
more
sent.
exciting than anything that the official Hobbit people have released. I'm really excited.
Where did you get this picture?
I have my sources. I cannot reveal.
Evidently, it's from a German magazine of some kind.
Don't spoil it. Come on. I'm trying to be mysterious. Like
But
cool, mysterious guy.
I'm reading the caption. The caption is in German.
I didn't post the caption on the internet.
The caption says "Sprechen Sie Deutsch,"
I
so
did it.
how can I not assume it's not from? Oh,
Let me be a cool guy
okay.
for like a minute.
Okay. All right. I'm so sorry.
All right, changing subjects. You know, this week is a very, 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 very special anniversary. Saturday marked
Yes.
the official start of production of filming on Lord of the Rings this week in 1999.
15 years ago.
15th year anniversary of the first day of filming, 1999. Check this out. Executive producer Mark Ordesky, who's been on this show before, tweeted out this link that said, look at, this is the picture that he took on the first day of filming. Check that out. It is the path that Frodo goes down when they first spot the Nazgul.
Yes.
And Sam says,
"Oh no,
get
go
off
back!
the road."
Go back to that
Yes.
spot." No, Sam doesn't say it. Frodo says it.
Frodo says?
Frodo famously says it
Get off the
because the other
road.
3 hobbits are too busy picking mushrooms out of a pile of poo. So Frodo says, "Get off the road."
See, there were poop jokes in the first
There
one.
was a poop joke in Fellowship of the Ring, a
Yes.
big one, because poor Billy Boyd had his face in it. Let's take a look at this road. This road with the forested area where they shot the opening shots of, well, it wasn't the opening shots of the film,
No, it was the
but it was the first production shots that they did in Wellington at the top of Mount Victoria, often called by the locals as Mount Vic. Any of you guys from New Zealand who are watching our show, and I know you're there, you know Mount Vic. It is the most favorite recreational spot for people within the inner city of Wellington. It dissects the city in half. Did you know that?
what? The mountain?
Mount Victoria splits the city, and on one side...
Kind of like L.A., the
Yeah.
Hollywood Hills.
The Hollywood Hills split the city. You go on one side of Mount Victoria, and you're down in the major business district, downtown. You go on the other side, and you're in the suburbs on the outer peninsula of the bay where Miramar is, the suburb where Peter Jackson lives, and the same suburb where Stone Street Studios is constructed, on the far side of Mount Vic. On my first day visiting New Zealand, I took a long walk up that mountain.
I
and
bet
I went
you
up
took
that.
a long walk.
I found the exact spot right there in Mount Vic where they filmed that very scene.
What does it smell like?
It smells like Elijah Wood's leather pants. That's exactly what it smells like.
Wow, I was not expecting that answer.
What else would it
I
smell
don't
like?
have a comeback for that. Here's some ham.
Ham? Ham. That also smells like Elijah Wood's leather pants.
So on the first day
Just
of
saying.
on the first day of filming, they had Peter Jackson, Mark Ordesky, all the producers, all the writers, the 4 hobbits, and a black horse and a black rider. That was like the just the meager start of this
Meager.
everything.
It was quite an interesting day shooting up there on Mount Vic.
You know what I really want? I want the script supervisor's notebook. I want to know what they
Yes.
shot in the order that they shot it. Like, that would be really interesting to cut the movie in the order that they shot it.
Oh yeah, that would be.
Wouldn't it be? Wouldn't it be super fun? Like, and, you know, the fun thing over the weekend, Mark Ordesky tweeted that out, and I instantly said, hey, let's get a chat going. I know you're online. And Mark spent the next hour and a half answering questions from fans on Twitter.
Oh yeah, he's always on Twitter.
Hashtag
Mark
LOTR15. Hashtag LOTR15.
Yes.
You can look at all the questions and all the answers. He's got some amazing insight of like what it was like and who did what. And Jed Brophy jumped in on it and said he was what he was cast for originally.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
who
how
was
great.
the first actor that Mark met and everything like that. So that you know, that was super fun over the weekend. But I tell you, the biggest thing that has happened this week
Oh gosh.
are these character posters. Now you may remember
Yes.
this from last week or from a couple weeks ago, right? That's part of the big scroll. Basically, for every Hobbit movie, Warner Brothers has created this big long scroll that ends up just being iPhone wallpapers. You know, you just cut it into 10 pieces
Into
and
little
suddenly
bits. Yes, yes.
you have a bunch of iPhone wallpapers. But what they started releasing this week were character posters.
Yes,
So-
they did.
You know, they started with this Bilbo poster that didn't have the glow of Sting. We had to add that in Photoshop, and it became more popular than Warner Brothers' own people. Get it together, guys. Come on. We know the sword glows. Make it glow. You know, I don't know what you guys are thinking. And then after Bilbo, they released this Gandalf thing, like Gandalf circa 300. Didn't it feel
Gandalf
like,
circa 300.
doesn't it feel like, you know, that's a black and white, you know, harsh, like, Gandalf?
No, this is like Gandalf at his weakest. We've never seen Gandalf so weak and held prisoner, except maybe in Fellowship of the Ring, where we see him held prisoner by Saruman.
Yeah.
But this whole bit of seeing, what do you think of Gandalf being like, you know, Derek, what do you think? Lean in really far. What do you think of Gandalf being held prisoner? Derek from Meltdown Comics, ladies and germs.
Hi.
And noted actor.
And noted actor who you'll be seeing on a new project very soon.
Stop. Don't say that.
We're not allowed to talk about it!
It's-
Bradley
yeah.
Cooper's son.
I signed away my soul.
He does look like Bradley. Bradley Cooper's son, who's almost the exact same age as Bradley Cooper.
Not at all.
If Bradley Cooper had a boy when he was 9 years old, then your age would match.
Younger brother.
Oh, that's better. Okay, take it.
All right.
Take it.
I hope to be his younger brother.
One word review
Okay.
of the Hobbit films.
From me?
Yeah, one word.
One word review.
Digital.
Thank you.
There you go, digital. Very good.
That's all we need.
That's all we need. Okay, now what do you think of the new marketing campaign with the new character posters that came out this week?
They can market well. They're smart about their marketing. Like,
Oh, yeah?
like when we
Okay.
talked about their use of the dragon in China and Japan, where the focus was on the dragon and not so much the American actors, and
Yeah.
the British actors, and the wherever the actors. So
Mhm.
I think they're smart in how they market. But,
Okay.
and then what about Gandalf being a prisoner? Are we talking about when he was like surrounded by all green and no humans?
Yeah.
And
Well,
then-
that's one type of
Yeah.
being held prisoner.
Yeah, and then lost
But I
it.
mean, the last time we saw Gandalf being held prisoner was in Fellowship of the Ring, and
Yes.
then he escapes the Tower of Orthanc by talking to a very clever moth.
Cliff just tweeted during the show.
Of course, I'm tweeting during the show. Why wouldn't I?
It's
Oh my
your show.
God.
You can
That's
do whatever.
why wouldn't I?
It's
Yeah,
your show.
why
You can
wouldn't
do
I?
whatever you want.
Have you seen this?
Seen what?
You can't. I can't even show
Are you
these.
bragging?
Yeah,
No, have you seen this?
I can't even show the
Oh,
people
wow.
at
You haven't
odd.
seen that yet, have you?
I have not.
Like, this is a sidebar going on right now.
No, but you were just showing this bomb board picture.
Yes,
Check this out. Isn't that cool?
It's awesome.
they're looking at Bomber.
Awesome.
Let's see if we can bring
Playing this
Bomber up.
crazy
I want
horn of
him-
Erebor.
They're
It just looks like it's a big cannon.
They're looking
A
at
sonic
this.
cannon.
Does it look like a big cannon?
Yes.
No, it looks like his beard. It's a big. His beard
Oh, yes, I
curls
see
around,
that, but-
and the horn curls
You know,
around.
that Bomber picture got more likes and retweets
Than all the official poster
than
images
all
of the week.
other official images.
This unofficial
Bomber
leaked image
is
got more
officially,
likes.
unofficially the most popular character in the third Hobbit film. Because he got the most likes. It's crazy.
Go Team Bomber.
Yeah.
Hashtag Go Team Bomber.
Well,
I'm gonna go try and find one of those.
while you guys have this
For
sidebar,
Halloween.
let's show everybody
You
the
should,
rest
yeah.
of the posters.
All right, we're going to keep talking about our posters.
Okay.
Galadriel.
I'm gonna exit. Thank you very much.
Thank you for visiting.
See you, buddy. Ciao.
Galadriel. You know, people say that these are photoshopped. No, that's actually Kate Blanchett's natural glow. You know, when she was pregnant, you couldn't even look at her. She was so bright. So that is that's an iPhone selfie. People think that's Photoshop. That's just an iPhone selfie.
Before you change from Galadriel,
Yes.
look at how brilliant that is. Can I say something really remarkable? Today, live, in person, I met a beautiful, beautiful young woman, and her name was Galadriel. Her real birth name was Galadriel.
We know way too many people.
I'd never met her before. She was fantastic. She had a great, great family. She had a loving husband, beautiful 4-year-old boy. She came into the Autry Museum, where I work at the Gene Autry Museum, and I saw what she signed on her credit card slip, and I went, "Oh my gosh, your real name is Galadriel?" And I said, "That's a lovely, lovely, beautiful name of a great character."
Yeah.
And she said, "It's grown on me."
Oh my god.
Isn't that fantastic? And you know what else she said? She said, "My son, he's got a different name of a different literary tradition. I called my boy Atticus. Atticus. You know, from Harper Lee's great classic, To Kill a Mockingbird. And I thought, you are the most brilliant literary family ever.
This is how little I read. I immediately went to Nine Inch Nails.
Atticus?
Atticus Ross.
Oh, you didn't think immediately, like, you know, To Kill a Mockingbird?
That's why I don't read.
Oh my gosh.
I loved Gone Girl. The soundtrack was amazing.
Oh my
I'd name
gosh.
my kid after
Stop
Atticus.
it. Guys, raise your hand in the chat room. If I say Galadriel, you think Lord of the Rings. If I say Atticus, especially if I say Atticus Finch, you think
say Ross.
You say To Kill a Mockingbird. Everybody knows what I'm talking about, right? Right. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Let's get back to the posters.
Anyways,
Look
it was
at-
so exciting to meet her. She was lovely. She was
Look at
lovely.
that. And then there was Legolas. Okay, now, this is the biggest controversy so far in all these posters.
Because they're recycling an old image.
Because everyone thought, oh wow, he's
Yeah.
the grittiest elf I've ever seen. I've never seen an elf so dirty. Well, guess what? He wasn't dirty last year when they used the same exact photo from the same exact photo shoot on the Desolation of Smaug posters. They literally they didn't even phone it in. They took the same exact photo from last year. No, it's not a different shot from the same thing. It's the same exact shot. You can tell because the hair follicles are lit exactly the same. And the hair is never, Ian Malcolm told us that chaos theory, nothing's ever exactly the same. And those photos are exactly the same.
Oh,
So,
yes. Okay.
Come on, Warner Brothers. Get it together.
You tell him.
Oh my gosh.
You tell him, man.
I posted this on Reddit, and it hit the front page of Reddit. Like, the internet knows. We know. Let me put it back. We know. The internet knows when your phone ended in. So just get a new photo of him. Digital photography, it's cheap. What else? There's Bard the Bowman, who looks straight out of Dracula Untold.
He
in
does.
fact, they
He
released
looks
this
exactly like Dracula Untold, yes.
They released this on opening night of Dracula Untold. So, like, they knew what they were doing, which is weird because... Oh, no. Because one of them was Universal and the other one was Warner Brothers. So I don't know what they were trying to do, but, Bard is Bard, whatever. He's going to kill a dragon. Thorin. This is angry, dirty Thorin. It's not kingly, majestic Thorin.
That's angry, dirty Thorin? Yeah.
This is angry, dirty.
Definitely.
You know what? Bring it back. You know what the Hobbits are missing? The Hobbit films are missing? Thorin opening a door really slowly.
Ha, like Vigo did?
Remember, it was in all the trailers of all the Lord of the Rings when Vigo comes in through the door and
In
it's
slow motion,
in slow
yes.
motion with the rainstorm. His hair's in his face. He's exhausted from the battlefield. That's what they need. They need Thorin. Just make a trailer of just Thorin opening doors. You'll get half your audience just from that trailer, because I tell you, people went and saw Lord of the Rings just to see Viggo Mortensen open doors like that. No one opens doors like Aragorn. So
This is true.
give us a little more. There's Tauriel. This was interesting. On our Facebook page, there was a huge debate, as there has been for years, about Tauriel. But the most comments, the most liked comments, were from fans saying, you know what, I might get crucified by fans, but Tauriel was needed in this film. You can't have elves just be mean. And in the book, elves are mean.
Yes.
Tauriel is the balance. She is the Neo to everybody else's Mr. Smith.
Because someone did say, and I read this on our Facebook timeline,
Yes.
if it weren't for Tauriel, then all the other elves in the whole story would be rather dislikable. Dislikable characters who are ornery, not even helpful, really nasty sometimes. There is the wound on Thorin's temple that we saw during PJ's live Facebook postings on the last day.
What?
That cut was on Thorin during the final shot of pickups. How about that?
So
Interesting.
they must have taken these photos while they were still on set, in character, and the wound hadn't healed yet. So they must have taken this right after that production diary. Tauriel.
Lovely and glowing.
Yes. Yes, and then
She's glowing, always glowing.
everybody's favorite, Lee Pace, Thranduil.
Oh yeah, Mr.
He-
Elven King.
Yeah, I never saw his TV show on ABC. What is it about baking pies and Lee Pace? Can you explain that to me? I don't get it.
Was that a Twin Peaks reference?
No, Lee Pace was on some show on ABC
Called Pushing Daisies.
Pushing Daisies,
Oh yes.
and he was like a pie maker.
There was a pie bit in that show. Yes.
Yeah. So they keep calling them the pie. I just enjoy that he's in the show called *Halt and Catch Fire*, which could also
Yes.
represent his Hobbit character, *Halt and Catch Fire*. Get it? The dragon, fire, something like that. And then look at this one,
What do you got there?
Peter and the carrot.
Oh, that's the best. That's the best one.
Peter Jackson, and
and the carrot.
I'm here to tell you right now, we haven't posted this yet because it's already been on front page of Reddit. It's already got the most likes on our Facebook page of all the posters. Unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, it's a fan creation. Warner Brothers isn't this smart. This is a fan creation. That is
That's
the same
brilliant.
photo that Warner Brothers released 4 years ago of Peter Jackson in Bag End when he's looking at you like, "Won't you come along with me?"
Yes.
That's the stock photo that you can go to Getty Images and get that photo of Peter Jackson on the set in Bag End. It's a publicity photo. Someone just took it, added all that dirt and grime and wound on his head, and then put a carrot.
Who's that someone?
I'm not saying.
No,
But-
of course you're not.
I'm just saying that. Cool. Yeah, into your camera.
Oh, it's mine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Out of the board into the. We're getting ready for the next show. That's why.
This is very
but
exciting. We are getting
Peter-
ready for the next show.
Peter Jackson was the most popular of all the posters. Why do you think that is?
What does it tell you? That a fan creation, even that doctored Bilbo image where somebody used Photoshop to lighten Sting and make it glow blue.
Yes.
Imagine this carrot munching cameo shot of Peter looking very much like he did when he did his cameo in Fellowship of the Ring, munching that carrot.
Explain the carrot.
Because he's in the shot when he appears on camera in Bree, right before the hobbits
In the
go.
prancing pony.
Right before they get to the prancing pony.
Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson steps into the frame and he goes, "Brrr," and he lets a really class A belch and he bites his carrot and then he's gone and that's his cameo for
in
the film.
Fellowship of the Ring.
Yes, and he has a cameo in Two Towers and a cameo in Return of the King as well. Separate cameos.
So his very first cameo in the first Lord of the Rings film, he's eating a carrot.
That's the shot. He looks just like that. Now, what does it tell you? That the fans are more endeared. They're more attached to this goofy, wonderful picture. It's so goofy
Then
and
Lee Pace,
so wonderful.
Then Thorin.
More than official
Richard
Bilbo,
Evans.
official Gandalf, official Galadriel. The Peter Jackson spoof poster gets everybody's attention. They love it. What does that tell you? What does that tell you?
So I'm telling you, I'm telling you right now that
Not later.
You're
telling us right
get
now.
it together. We love Peter Jackson. We're going to see the movies because Peter is one of us.
Yes. Why
And
not
we're-
feature Peter
we're
more prominently
along-
in the advertising?
We're along on this journey.
Yes.
And if you want to make more money at the box office than Desolation did,
Yes.
and if you want to sell more movies and DVDs, and if you want to compete, give us Peter.
I'm going to say this out loud. Dare I say this?
Say it.
Dare I say what should not be said?
Sale. Oh no, say.
I love that song.
Shut
I
up.
love that
No,
song.
I shouldn't have said that.
Sail. Doom, 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 doom,
That's
doom,
it.
doom, doom.
What
Sail.
were you gonna say?
Doom, doom, doom,
I'm sorry,
doom,
I
doom.
ruined the moment.
No, here's the moment.
I ruined the moment.
On all the posters for The Hobbit, what does it say? It says, from the director of the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yes.
We talked about this months ago. It doesn't even say his own bloody name. The branding for any Steven Spielberg film would say, a film by Steven Spielberg.
That's
A
true.
great franchise.
Frank Miller's Sin City.
Hello! A great franchise film doesn't even say from director Peter Jackson. It says from the director of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which makes you think that Warner Brothers Marketing
What is going
Warner
on?
Brothers Marketing believes that the name Peter Jackson is not as strong of a brand as they think it is.
He just got the most likes on our Facebook page.
There you go. There you go.
What did
That's
they-
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what we're in agreement for the first time in ages.
Violent agreement.
Delicious, violent agreement. Why wouldn't Peter Jackson actually be the name on the posters?
It's called James Cameron's Avatar.
It's for a reason. It's called Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas for a reason.
It's not called J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings.
Wait. Any Tim Burton movie comes out and it doesn't say from the director of Edward Scissorhands.
He didn't even direct this movie.
I know he didn't. It was Henry Selick who directed that. But look,
And they call it Michael Bay's Transformers.
brand new movie comes out
yeah.
from Tim Burton. Whose name is on the poster?
Yes.
Tim Burton. Brand new movie comes out from Spielberg. Whose name is on the poster? Spielberg.
Michael Bay, James Cameron.
New franchise movie comes out from Peter Jackson. His name isn't on there. It says from the anonymous director of blah blah blah. What are you guys thinking? Peter Jackson has more cachet in our geek culture than you guys even imagine.
This poster,
Now you know. Now
this
you know.
poster will go on people's walls in dorms
That-
over all the other ones.
Yes, it would.
With the carrot.
With the carrot and everything.
With the carrot.
It's so lovely. Do we know who made that poster, by the way? Do we even know who made it?
Yes, we do.
But you're not saying who.
No,
Is it a secret?
keep it safe.
Keep it secret.
Because
Keep it safe.
because we released this poster today.
Yes?
Again, the internet freaked out. This is amazing. Feely, the Lion of
The
Durin.
Lion of Durin. The joke is the Lion of Durin.
Not official. Warner Brothers didn't even make this. Warner Brothers said they're done with posters. They're not making any more posters. And the fans are eating this up.
That
the
image,
fans want this.
that image of Dino Gorman is excellent. It precedes the tragedy that we know is coming.
No
it's
spoilers.
awesome. No, how many people on our Facebook timeline said he better die in the movie? La 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 la. I'm not gonna sing Christmas carols with you, Justin. I'm telling you the truth.
Bill Murray sings.
I want to see Saint Vincent very badly. I love Bill Murray.
And
I'm all about it.
You know,
All about
Bill
that.
Murray's getting his own
All about
Christmas
that.
special.
Is he really?
Yeah.
No shit.
I'm not lying.
Pardon my French.
This is a G-rated show. Now I got to flag this on iTunes. Explicit material.
You do not have to flag it. Do you have to flag it? It's no worse than some of the other guests we've had who've really blown the four-letter words off the
Oh,
roof.
Chris Hardwick.
Yeah. And the director of Metalocalypse,
Oh yeah, John Schnepp.
John Schnepp, who I love. John Schnepp is great.
Look, okay, so that's Feely and Peter
Yes.
are two fan-made posters that we just released, and you know how
Yes. Yes.
how much time was spent on those posters? Like 2.5 hours. I'm telling you, Warner Brothers, it doesn't cost a lot of money to just make a poster for every single character. You could have 30 days of Hobbit. There's at least 30 characters. You've already done 8 of them. You've got 13 more dwarves, right? So that's 20. You've got you've got Saruman. You've got Sauron, Azog, Bolg, Dane, Ironfoot. You've got eagles. You've got at least 30 characters that you can make posters of. Imagine that campaign of no movie's ever done 30 posters. That's what I'm talking about. Like, break the mold. We want it.
I'm gonna show you something that I had retweeted from Lieutenant Gothmog. Remember Gothy? Hey Gothy, we love you.
Oh, we love
know
Gothy.
you. And just for the show, because we haven't given you one in a long time.
Yes.
Ready?
Go.
Grand.
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 Give Grand a poster.
I gave you 4 Grands just now.
Okay.
Look at what she tweeted. Tell me that Lieutenant Gothmog did not tweet the most brilliant thing. Read that out loud.
Yes.
It's brilliant.
So, okay. Let me
And
get
this is the most retweeted and most favorited tweet that Gothy has ever had on her timeline. Look at that.
4 elves,
118 favorites. Look at that.
4 elves, 1 dwarf, 1 man, 1 hobbit, and 1 wizard.
For posters. She reviewed the posters of this week, and she said,
Those are the
posters.
posters we got.
4 elves, a dwarf, a man, a hobbit, and a wizard. The story is about 13 dwarves, 1 hobbit, and 1 wizard. Something doesn't add up. That's what she said on her tweet. Isn't that brilliant?
Yes. Like, we're
Very adroit observation.
we're like knee deep because we're the OneRing, but fans around the world know about this. We're so analog here. I've got a $60,000 TriCaster and you're holding up an iPhone to a camera.
Can you guys? It's not even in focus.
Oh my gosh.
It's not even in focus.
We're so high tech
I
here.
want to show this tweet. It's brilliant. Anyways,
But this is what we're trying to tell you, Warner Brothers, is that the fans are paying attention. We're smarter. During Lord of the Rings, you knew we were smarter. That's why you put all the actors on the covers of all the smart magazines. Vogue, GQ, Vanity Fair,
Empire,
Time Magazine,
Wired, Entertainment Weekly,
Wired.
Oh yeah, even from large scale, major format magazines like Entertainment Weekly, even to niche industry magazines, you know, the characters were prominently shown.
We're
secondary
totally
characters.
on board, and I guarantee you that whatever your ad agencies can think up, it's not original because the fans have already been there 10 times on Tumblr. Just go to Tumblr. Trust me, we've been down every path that has to do with it. And the fact that fans can create this overnight and everyone freaks out about it and loves it, like that's just shows you that we're ready for everything. Bring it on. We're the Smaug the Dragon. The Destiny of Smaug has been out for a year. You know how many toys are on the toy shelf at the store?
How many dragons? How many dragons are on the toy shelf?
How many candles?
0
are at Cost Plus World Market that are Smaug branded. Like candles, lighting fixtures.
Candles.
There's so many things you can do with dragons. Plushies, vinyls, stickers, banners, posters, toys,
shower curtains, toilet seat covers. Yeah, sure.
I want a shower head that looks like a dragon head.
I want a car air freshener to replace that stupid old pine tree that I stole from that taxi. I want a Smaug air car freshener that smells like dragon belly. That's what I want, and I want it now.
There's been no Smaug merchandise.
It is a bit odd. When
the
Two Towers came out, it didn't take long for them to create an action figure that was about 13 inches tall from the table surface.
Yes.
That lit up its eyes. You press the button, and it would go, "Burarum, little orcs," in that great Treebeard voice that John Rhys-Davies did. Now, we don't have any talking little Smaug toy where you press the button in between its wings and hear the mellifluous voice of Benedict Cumberbatch. What would be a better selling toy than a talking dragon
with Benedict's voice?
Why don't they make this dragon scale size to the action figures, the real action figures? Should have a scale dragon toy to match the action figures.
I want Lay's potato chips,
Gosh, that'd
but
be great.
in golden. Like, I want to pretend that I'm eating dragon scales, but they're Lay's potato chips.
Gosh.
It can be done. Like, movies do this type of gross, ugly, cross-promotion stuff all the time. I want it. I'll eat dragon potato chips from Lay's.
You would.
I would. Remember Burger King had those glass goblets lit up below?
I have a complete set of the light-up glass goblets, yes.
What does light-up glass goblets have anything to do with Lord of the Rings and Burger King?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No, nothing.
But we loved it.
We enjoyed it. We ate it.
I ate so much Burger King that year.
I didn't eat. Every time I went to Burger King, I literally said, "Can I just buy the toy without the meal?" And I collected everything of the Fellowship of the Ring toys, including the massive centerpiece, the One Ring, which connects all the toys together. Boy, that was a clever design. That was a really clever bit.
I know.
Cool?
I know.
It was so cool.
Well, we got to wrap up the show early, but before we go, we just want to
wrap up the show early? Don't we have 10 minutes?
Big happy birthday to Guillermo del Toro.
Is it GDT's birthday?
The original director of The Hobbit. It's his birthday. He turns 50 this week.
He does not turn 50.
And how old was Bilbo when he started his adventure?
50.
So, Guillermo, as much success as you've already had with Pacific Rim and Hellboy and everything else, almost The Hobbit, you're just getting started.
You have to say it correctly. My dear boy, Guillermo del Toro. Feliz cumpleaños.
You don't roll his L's.
Feliz cumpleaños. Happy birthday, my friend.
Born in Mexico, grew up in Spain, and he did Pan's Labyrinth.
which is one of my favoriteest films ever.
Pacific Rim 2 is happening.
Really? Pacific Rim 2?
Yeah.
I thought they didn't make enough
Hey,
money out of
let me
it.
blow your mind. Pacific Rim was produced by Legendary Pictures, which is now at Universal, who owns King Kong. So we're going to have a Pacific Rim King Kong crossover.
Really? That sounds crazy fun.
And who directed King Kong?
Peter Jackson. Maybe the movie should be co-directed by both of them.
Guillermo del Toro is co-producing the new King Kong movie.
Really?
It's a prequel.
They're doing a prequel to
They're
Kong.
doing a prequel to Kong. Produced by Guillermo del Toro.
Do you know what? Let's talk for a quick minute
This
before we
is
close the show.
awesome.
Universal is very careful now to repackage and reboot all their monster films, as you had mentioned.
Yes.
In the what is it? The MCU? No, that's
UCM.
the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Universal Cinematic Monsterverse.
Okay, Universal Cinematic Monsterverse is UCM. So, if Universal reboots all their monsters in the franchise and gets them all golden and gets them back up to speed, and we know that Marvel has done an exemplary job in the film marketplace with the theatrical release of Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, and Avengers films. Coming up soon, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and then Ant-Man. It's all coming to us. What is Warner Brothers doing with their DC? DC...
Oh, they're launching Justice League.
But DC has only launched all their stuff in the television universe. Gotham is an excellent, excellent new show.
Justice League. Batfleck.
I know, but they're even doing The Flash on TV.
Yeah.
They've got The Arrow on TV. They've got Gotham, very successful new series on TV. It seems that DC is focusing all of its efforts on television launches instead of films.
No, they're doing big things.
Zack
in the movie.
Snyder put Wonder Woman in the Dawn of Justice as an afterthought. I mean, it doesn't seem like they have the same level of calculation and effort put into what DC is doing in the theatrical universe. It doesn't seem quite the same. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't want them to do the same thing because they're different universes.
Well,
The best thing that DC's doing right now and Warner's is doing with DC is that they're having Grant Morrison reboot everything. Grant Morrison has gone nuclear on the DC universe.
that's good. He should.
It's
he should.
amazing.
He should. He's
All right,
amazing. He is amazing.
They're getting ready downstairs, so we're gonna have to jump off. But
Are you going to be working
is
on this other show?
yeah,
Oh, very exciting.
it's all on YouTube.
I'm sorry that we have a shorter than usual duration show, but we love talking with you guys live. I want to acknowledge everyone in the chat room: Dwalin Dude, Esme, Smaug the Dragon, in Leet Speak, very good. Eravandi, Tedorus. Hey, Tedorus, you're on the show live. Azog the Defiler, always good to have you on the show. Fosuina, and Dwina. Dwina, hello. Our friend from Las Vegas. Good to see you,
Love
Dwina.
Dwina.
And any of you guys joining the show, we've got lots of fun stuff in the next couple of weeks before Halloween hits. We're going to talk about Guillermo del Toro's new animated feature, Book of Life. We're going to talk about the demise of Box Office Mojo, which I thought you would say something about, at least.
No.
Do you have a sentence to say about that?
No, it just went offline. It's back online now.
It's not back online.
It is back online.
Is it really? Okay, everybody.
Day late and dollar short.
I'm a day late and a dollar short, but I love seeing you guys live. Welcome to the show. Next time you're in Los Angeles, join us at Meltdown Comics. You can be part of our live show here.
Anytime.
And I'll buy you a drink after the webcast. I'm Clifford Broadway. Follow me on Twitter at QuickBeam2000.
And he's Clifford Broadway.
And he's
Follow
Justin.
him.
Follow
at
him.
QuickBeam
Follow him at
2000.
Justin's Big Idea. And of course, follow us at TheOneRing Net. Love having you on the show. We'll talk with you next week.
And here's the boss.
Cheers. Is he dancing in the dark?
No, this isn't dancing in the dark.
I know, but I love it when he does. I love it when he dances in the dark.
Oh dear.
It's like one of my favorite things is to dance in the dark with the boss.